The views and opinions expressed by the participants on this show are not necessarily those of Stewart Information Services Corporation, Stewart Title, or Stewart Insurance. Before you make any investment, you should seek the advice of your investment advisor or attorney.
Whether you're a real estate broker, realtor, homeowner, buyer, or seller, everything matters when it comes to real estate. This is Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. Stewart Title's Bill Knapik and guests open the door to what really matters in owning, buying, and selling real estate. And now, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title, brought to you by Stewart Insurance. Here to inform, entertain, and inspire, Bill Knapik.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. It is Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. I am your host, Bill Knapik. Here we are. Show number 607. We have tremendous real estate professionals with us right now here on the show. So we're glad you tuned in. And of course, I'll remind you, if you want to hear the show again or access any of the show archives, simply go to stewart.com/radio. That's stewart.com/radio. You can check out all the shows and even see the shows, as it'll take you right to the YouTube archives and you can see the guest. It's super awesome, the special effects, all the great things. So let's get started as we welcome Phyllis Peak. She is with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Premier Properties, and Justin Monroe. He's with Nova Nexus. Hey guys, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Yep, thank you very much for the invite.
Good to see you. Well, first of all, ladies first, Phyllis, let's tell people what you're doing, and here with Justin with Berkshire Hathaway.
Well, I'm here to talk about the new development that Justin is building, and I will be listing for him and selling. It is a beautiful 12-unit development over in Spring Branch, Bill.
Well, let's tell people, and when we hear about Spring Branch, because there's Spring, Texas, there's all these springs going on, let's tell people, especially those outside of Houston, where geographically about is Spring Branch, and give us an idea about Spring Branch.
Well, it would be north of I-10, and it would be just west of Bingle, south of Long Point.
So basically west of the city, those that think about Houston, maybe in the center, just go basically west and a little bit north.
That's right.
And it's a great location, too. People love the Spring Branch area.
It is. It's very close to Memorial City Mall. You've got Herman Memorial Hospital there at Gessner and I-10, and it's probably a 10 to 15-minute commute to downtown Houston if you're working there.
Center of the Houston universe. Justin, let's tell people, what is Nova Nexus?
Yeah, so Nova Nexus is a company that I created with a couple partners. Basically, I've been in real estate for roughly 10 years with rentals, but I started doing more passive investments in development. And so a couple of us were involved in an investment with another person that was a developer, and things didn't pan out. But what did pan out was relationships from that, and then we started a partnership of Nova Nexus Investments.
So, and as far as, tell us about how Nova Nexus Investments has manifested itself into homes, right? You have homes that are actually going to be for sale right there in the Spring Branch area. Tell us about the building aspect of it.
Yeah, so the building aspect piece is something I've honestly just learned a lot on the fly by doing it. One of the people we partnered with has 25 years experience as a general contractor. And so through him, we've learned we could support the development process and the construction process. And so it's really just been a lot of on-spot learning. I have project management experience from my other job at Chevron, which has helped facilitate and look at the project and try to identify places we could streamline or cut costs.
And Phyllis, as far as selling the properties, give us an idea what are the properties going to be like? Are they patio homes, townhomes? Give us an idea of the type of homes and what kind of features they may have.
They're all going to be single-family homes on smaller patio lots. There will be 12 of them in total. We have 3 started that should be ready end of June, early to mid-July. And then we have 3 others that are under construction now that are not quite as far along. So there will be in total of 12. And they will be very modern features throughout. We've just picked tiles and flooring and paint, and they're just going to be refreshing. Very, very, very modern.
As far as square footage, is it going to be? Are they all? Do they vary in size?
Yes, we have 3 different floor plans. Starting the smallest one will be 2,115 square feet, and then we have one that's 2,250 square feet, and the largest is 2,520. So there should be something for everyone there.
And as far as the price point, what price point are these homes?
Starting in the low 600s, going up maybe slightly over 7. So depending on which one you choose, you can get in as low as 600.
And again, they're standalone patio homes.
Standalone, yes.
That's kind of
2-car
nice.
garages. Each one will have 3 bedrooms and 3 ensuite baths and 1 half bath.
So end of June, they're going to be ready. Perfect timing to be on the radio to talk about this.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Hey, Justin, give us an idea of some of the features of the homes that we're talking about here in Spring Branch.
Okay, so there are patio homes that are 3 stories with the primary bedroom and bathroom on the 3rd floor. There's also with it some accents on the front of the house that we like quite a bit. So it's 2 different types of panels, along with one of them is out by about 1.5 feet or so. So you have a nice contrast on the front of the house, and there's a couple different colors that we're painting the exterior with. A white and a gray, or a white and a blue, depending on the 2 styles of the house. It's like
as you mentioned, the exterior. What are the building materials? What are we looking at there as far as the type of material?
So it's so there are different types of plank materials. So there's architectural hardy plank, and then there's another type of plank themselves, or architectural panels. Sorry, and then another type of planks, and then the sides will be standard hardy plank. But there are 2 different types of panels that are upgraded from just normal, like your normal hardy planks that you have on the houses.
And Phyllis, as far as marketing the products, what are some of the things that you're doing other than being here today talking about it to perhaps millions? I don't know. We lost count. But give us an idea of some of the things that you do with your company and your team to market the homes.
Well, I think starting out, we'll plan a nice broker presentation. So we'll invite all the brokers in Houston that want to come, or even outside of Houston that want to come and take a look at the product. So we will, introduce these homes to the realtors first. And I think Stewart Title will probably participate in that, and we'll have a nice broker open house so that people can start out. We also have a program at Berkshire Hathaway called Chalk Digital, and what that does is that takes these listings as we list them in HAR and promotes them on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and so we've got a lot of exposure there. We do beautiful print materials, and I'm really good at just cold calling, agents. I like to say that I have a good reputation in Houston and have a lot of agents that I would like to network with to bring them in to view our properties.
And as we talked before we started recording the show, I think it also, the home area and the home development has a super name so people can remember it. Let's tell people the name.
It's Ojiman Trails. And we will also be installing a big commercial sign shortly that's going to give you some information about Ojiman Trails. It will have the rendering on the sign showing you what the homes will look like. And it will also let you know that we are dedicated to these partnerships that we have, making this a truly remarkable home buying experience. We want this to be pleasant for everyone. So there comes Stewart Title. We will be closing these deals with Stewart. And then we have Rocket Mortgage that is going to be a partner as well. And Rocket Mortgage will be contributing 1% towards a buyer's closing cost on these. So you can buy down your interest rate with that money or use it however you want to.
What a great name. That's a fun name, Ojiman Trails.
Yeah, it really is.
Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of great things. And also with your company, you're a very powerful force in the real estate world, Berkshire Hathaway. Give us an idea in terms of relocation, too. Certainly people here in Houston might be listening, or they see you when you're out there marketing the product. Someone from Houston can move to the Spring Branch area, but also your company is also well known for bringing people outside of the state of Texas, maybe even beyond.
Oh, we do a lot of group moves with companies coming in from different states. We work a lot with different relocation companies that are the third-party companies that are moving these people around. And so we do have a very good place in that market for real estate.
We're talking with Phyllis Peak with Berkshire Hathaway and also Justin Monroe with Nova Nexus. Justin, give us an idea. What are some of the other things you want people to know about the product at Ojimon Trails?
So a couple other things just to note is all the houses themselves will have a second floor patio, so you have a space to enjoy the outdoors with. And then a couple of the houses we're doing a trial on where we'll equip them pre-equipped with solar on them as well, which one of the companies we worked with outside of it gives you a decent rate for fixed rate of around 11 cents per kilowatt hour as well. So it's a way to get long-term fixed interest rates on some of those.
Well, in terms of also one of the nice things I think is, and sometimes one of the reasons people change, one of the drivers in saying, hey, I want to sell my house and buy another house, people like me that may have a home that's built into the 90s or even older yet, I think it'd be nice just to have a brand new home to move from one side of town to the other, just to even have the newness, but the energy efficient features that new homes like yours are going to provide. Give us an idea of some of those energy efficient features.
So it's the energy efficient features. There's over time the building codes changed, so it's better insulation in the houses now, and then there's also double pane windows that are now required to try to help keep the house cooler from air conditioning standpoint. Those are probably the biggest two I can think of. And then besides the efficiency on the air conditioners, they've also now changed the cooling system on the AC. Yeah, so the houses come with the new home warranty, the 2-year, 10-year. It's actually through the company, 210 warranties, home warranties as well.
So there you are. You get a brand new home and you have a warranty, people standing behind the product. Well, give us an idea, Phyllis, before we close this segment, what else do you want people to know about the project, what you're doing with Ojimon Trails, or anything else?
Well, I'd like for people to know that we have 3 that will be ready, as I mentioned earlier, in late June, mid-July, but we have the others that will be coming along after that. So people can come along, although we're doing the selections ourselves and they're going to be spectacular on, finishes inside. But people can come along and they can purchase one of the others that are in the framing stage or maybe hasn't even been started yet, and they can have a big influence in what they want it to look like inside as far as colors are concerned.
So a little bit of flexibility there. If you want something soon, you should have it. Then
Yes.
If you want to wait a little bit, there you go.
You want to make your own selections, no problem with that at all.
Now, also outside of the Ojimon Trails, you're helping buyers and sellers along the way and other things?
Oh, I am. I'm all over town. I'm a relocation agent, so I go from, I've got a listing in Galveston and I've got one in Spring. So, I go from one end of town to the other.
Let's tell people how they can reach you, Phyllis Peak.
Phyllis Peak 111 at gmail.com. My phone number is 713-504-8155, and my phone is always on, 713-504-8155. And I would like to add that if you call me, I'll be happy to tour you through the property even before we have it listed. We should have them listed within the next week or so. We're working on getting the sign prepared for the property, and just call me.
Sounds good.
I'm there.
Hey, Justin, let's tell people how they could reach you.
Yeah, so if you needed to reach me, you can email me at info@novanexusinvestments.com.
Guys, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Bill. It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
As we move right along, let's talk to Sherry Hensley. Her company is HomeSmart. Sherry, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Bill.
It's good to see you.
Thank you.
So let's tell people, you are in the real estate world as a real estate professional. Let's tell people a little bit about your company, HomeSmart.
Sure. HomeSmart is based out of Arizona. They have about 30,000 agents nationwide. They're very good with technology and marketing, and I just love HomeSmart.
Well, there you are. Loving the company you work for is always a plus and helps buyers and sellers in addition to that. So let's tell people geographically, Sherry, let's say in the last, I know as a Texas realtor you can go anywhere, but say in the last 20 or so transactions, where have you spent most of your time lately?
Primarily in Galveston County. I focus on waterfront properties, canal front properties. They call me the real estate matchmaker, so I can match anywhere in the greater Houston area.
And when we say Galveston County, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give us an idea where obviously Galveston County would be in Galveston, right?
Yes.
But where else? Does it incorporate anything else?
Sure. Galveston County is a pretty large county. It covers League City, Friendswood, Dickinson, San Leon, Bay Cliff, Seabrook, Tiki Island, San Leon, Texas City. Very large county.
There you are, all of a sudden. But I'm thinking everything you mentioned, I see water, Sherry.
Yes,
huh?
that's
There's
why
water.
I'm down there. I love the water.
There's water everywhere. Give us, as far as the marketplace right now. I mean, a lot of people want to live near the water, whether it's a lake or bay or anything like that. What's the market like right now for the area you're working? Especially, let's take Galveston, for instance. What's it like?
I think the vacation home market may be a little different than full-time residences. I have a YouTube channel called Sherry Loves Galveston Bay. It attracts a lot of people from out of state, and more often than not, they're paying cash. So they come down for a couple of days. They look at 12 properties. We put an offer on one, and they're done. So in that regard, on my side where it's a vacation property, the market's pretty steady. Now, for full-time buyers, it is a little soft. And what I often see is people will visit my YouTube channel. It covers everything you want to know about Galveston County, property tours, taxes, insurance, everything you want to know. But sometimes I'll come down and I'll show people Galveston, and they don't like mosquitoes. They don't like boats. They don't like fishing. They don't like sunsets. They don't like wildlife, and we end up back on the mainland.
Wow, I'm going to go live in the forest then.
Yeah.
I mean, if we don't like all that. But when you talk about people coming from outside and seeing the YouTube channel, again, the YouTube channel is?
Sherry Loves Galveston Bay. That's SHARI, Loves Galveston Bay.
Okay, so when you see the people that, let's say, are not from Houston, where are they coming from one place more often than others, or give us an idea geographically?
Sure.
What are they coming from, other states or what?
This week I have a couple in from California, a retired Navy officer with 5 kids, and we have covered 5 counties looking for the perfect multi-million-dollar property for them.
So you've already begun the
Yes,
search, and
yes,
they're looking at properties,
yes.
and
So-
they have a lot of extra money.
Yes, they do. Their
Okay.
house is selling for $1.5 million, and we're looking at $1.2. So they're going to have a little cash left over to maybe buy a generator,
Or whatever, right?
whatever they need. But I'm seeing people come from Idaho. I've got a couple coming in from Idaho that's closing in July. I've got another retired vet in Florida who is closing in Terramar Beach in July. I've got a gentleman from El Paso relocating with Marathon Petroleum, and he's moving to League City. So they come from everywhere.
Going back to the California people, out of curiosity, are they coming from north or south? Southern?
Both. They want out.
But I mean, do they live in Southern California?
Northern and Southern. They're
Oh,
coming
so-
from all over the state. They all want out when they
Interesting.
call me.
What about Idaho? That's, a lot of times we forget, or at least I do, that Idaho's a state. It's a beautiful state,
Yes.
by the way, but I forget about it.
Yeah.
People are coming from there.
Yeah, and I have a couple that have 20 acres backed up to the woods. It takes them an hour and a half to get a carton of milk. So they are ready to enjoy Galveston and everything Galveston has to offer. Festivals, food.
Well, so that sounds pretty exciting. So there's a lot of drawing cards of Galveston. Give me an idea, when someone calls you, any of these people that we've mentioned, if they call you and talk to you about Galveston, how many of them are calling where they've never seen it before until the first visit, or have some of them maybe been here on a trip or a cruise or something, and they're like, I think I better learn more, and they saw your channel?
Sure.
What's happening?
It's a good mix. I'll see people who have gone on my YouTube channel and they've never been to the beach and they want to come to Texas. And others, maybe they vacationed with their family or their grandparents when they were young and they've always wanted to come back. Most recently, I have a couple that their son is very interested in history and they love Galveston Island. So they've got a lot of history to explore.
Tons of history.
Yeah.
I mean, Galveston has so many distinctions in terms of just its role in the state of Texas, as it was once the center, right?
Yes.
And so many innovations. I kind of forget. I remember seeing something, even the first insurance company
Yeah.
in Texas was the first real estate, was so many firsts happened.
Stuart Title started there.
Exactly. Over 130 some years ago.
That's right.
So, yes, so many distinctions of Galveston. It's incredible. I think it would be interesting, and you've seen this firsthand, but if someone only saw Galveston, again, we're focusing here a little bit on Galveston, if they only saw it from pictures or YouTube videos and then talking to you and other people, and then they come for their first trip to visit you to see a bunch of homes, I think it would be awesome just to see that first thing, whether they like, oh my goodness, it is exciting, or they're like, oh, we're disappointed. You've seen both, I
Yes.
bet.
And generally they're very excited. Now I can tell you if I show in August, they're like, oh my God,
too
is
hot.
it always like this?
Right.
And yesterday I showed a house in Cleveland, Texas, and one of the kids went into the attic and he said, Mom, is this how Houston feels in August? And it must with all the humidity in the attic.
Well, and then if in changing gears, if someone came and said, well, maybe the Galveston's not for me, but then you're talking about the mainland. So where they can also go, you can help them with somewhere else
Absolutely.
in Houston.
I grew up in Houston. My broker's in Houston. I've got listings coming up in Bridgeland and Cypress. I love the Houston area. It'll always be part of my heart, but I'll cover anywhere my clients want me to go.
And you mentioned, I was just in Bridgeland the other day at I love that new H-E-B and some of the great restaurants around there. But that said, you talk about a contrast from Bridgeland, Cypress, Texas, on the west side, maybe a little bit northwest, and then all the way to the south. That's a big contrast, especially for those that are listening from states where things are kind of the same all over. Houston has such diversity in terrain and the whole field.
That's right. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Well, it's bigger, too, as the mosquitoes that you mentioned are, too. Florida has their share,
They
right?
do. They do.
But that's it. So right now, it sounds like people coming in, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's no shortage of people having interest in coming to Texas still?
No, there are some that have homes to sell and they'll come down on an investigative tour. But what we are seeing is that 4 deals that I've got in title right now, we came down, we toured, they put their home on the market, and they have it under contract within 2 weeks. So it doesn't take long.
The journey of whether it's Houston or anywhere else, the other thing I find fascinating is when someone is a buyer, right? And you see it firsthand as realtors do, how many places do they look at before they finally say, this is the one?
Well,
Was there an average, Sherry?
It depends on the group. If it's a husband and wife and the man's ready to go fishing, we may look at 5 and pick one. If we have a buyer where, like I'm working with one now, where they've moved with the military so much, they've never got to get the kind of kitchen they wanted or the bathroom that they wanted because they were on such a short time frame. But I think if the woman is in control, we probably see a few more houses. I think my record is 137 showings.
For one was that one family?
Yes, and that was probably my
137.
that was my first real estate transaction back in 2007. But I've learned a lot since then.
All right, so switching gears, you're helping sellers as well, I would imagine.
Yes,
so
yes.
what's going on in the selling? Again, take your last. You have listings. Let's say your last 5 listings. Where are they at geographically, and what's the selling market like in these places?
Sure. I had a listing in Dickinson. We put it on the MLS on Thursday night. We had a contract Friday morning. So that it was beautiful, move-in ready. They listened to everything I said about painting the interior, the exterior, decluttering, making it smell good, and it went very quickly.
That's really quick.
It's
Isn't
really
that what
quickly.
most sellers want?
Yes. And
But
we
they
have
listen to everything you said?
everything I said. And that's not common.
I was just going to say, how common is that? All right, but keep going. Yeah, that sounds interesting.
So I have another one in Grand K that they actually purchased, so it went very quickly. But I think the market is somewhat soft, but I am seeing the homes that are move-in ready and are priced right are still moving.
Because I was going to say, when we hear about a home, and maybe I'm sure realtors get these calls on occasion, but if someone calls you and says, I have my home been listed for X amount of time somewhere else, and I don't know what's going on, but I want to change. How does a realtor handle, say, if you take that challenge on, how do you, as representing a seller, handle a particularly challenging property? Because they're not all move-in ready. They're
right.
not all on the right street that's quiet. And,
Sure.
and there's a challenge, I would imagine, with almost each and every property.
Absolutely.
How do you handle challenges?
And I think sometimes it's monetary because everything comes back to the money. So I have a handyman that does everything, electrical, plumbing, roofing. He does everything but foundations. And his painting and carpet is probably priced 1/2 of what I could get it for in Houston. So I try to make them understand that just like when you sell a car, you don't put your car on the market and take a picture of it with all the dirty clothes and the fast food bags everywhere and it's not clean. You really take time to clean it up and detail it because you want to put on your best front. And that's what you should do with a home.
My
And that's
car,
what same scenario. Same way if you're going to sell your car, you're going to spruce it up. You want to do the same thing with your house.
My car's always clean, Sherry.
Is
Just
it?
saying. No. Most 99%, 98% of the time. But
I like
that's
mine
it.
clean.
But you're right. Always approach these I think, the big ticket items to have them nice all the time.
Right.
Especially, and that's one of the things, like as a homeowner, it is challenging because all of a sudden there's something, even if you're not selling your home, there's something that came up that, oh, I got to fix this. Oh, I just saw some paint that doesn't look good.
Right.
If you keep up with it, and it's hard, keep up with it as these things come up, you're going to be better off. And then if you have to sell it, you're kind of ready, right?
That's exactly right.
That's awesome. Sherry Hensley with HomeSmart. Give us another quick word. Outside of Galveston, for people, there's Galveston. If you want to buy a home, get the water, Galveston. What other beach or water areas would be another popular one? Let's highlight one more.
Sure. League City has a lot of waterfront properties you could have your own boat canal, boat slip.
League City,
South Shore Harbor, Marbella. There's some wonderful Tuscan lakes,
right
Coastal
quick.
Point.
There's so many.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, real quick. League City. Let's say someone said to you, I said, hey, I want to be on the water. You said there's a boat slip. I want a boat slip. I want to make sure I have a place with a garage, a boat slip, and a small place. Is that possible? And small by that, I mean 1,500 square feet.
Yes.
Okay. Kind of what would the price point be of something like that?
Probably 700 to 900.
So it's up there.
I've got a listing on almost an acre. It's a little bigger house, but it
7
has
to 9.
a pool with a grotto, and it's a long lot, and it's right at 1.4.
Fascinating. Okay, Sherry Hensley, let's tell people how they can reach you.
Absolutely. My cell number is 832-385-5101. I answer all my calls. You'll never get a receptionist or a bot. You can also reach me at Sherry, S-H-A-R-I, at GulfCoastDreamHomes.net, or check out my YouTube channel, Sherry, S-H-A-R-I, Loves Galveston Bay. Sherry, S-H-A-R-I, Loves Galveston Bay. 832-385-5101.
Sounds good, Sherry. Thanks for being with us.
I appreciate you so much. Thanks for having me, Bill.
As we continue, let's talk to Rudy Ortega. He is with Real Broker, LLC. Hey, Rudy, welcome to the show.
Hey, Bill. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's good to see you. Rudy, let's tell people your company, Real Broker. Give us an idea of Real Broker.
Yeah, Real Broker. I'm part of Real Broker and part of the Move Me to Texas team here in Houston. Real Broker is actually one of the fastest growing brokerages in North America. They specialize in tech, collaboration, and agent tools that really help me focus on helping my clients.
Well, as far as geographically, you're helping buyers and sellers, right?
Correct.
Right now in the marketplace, where are you spending most of your time?
I'm spending most of my time in the Houston Bay Area, and that consists of Friendswood, League City, Clear Lake, Webster, all of those areas.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Friendswood. We hear a lot about it.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it except what I've heard, and it sounds, it's got a friendly name, Friendswood and
It
all that,
does.
right?
It does.
Paint a picture of Friendswood. What's happening down there?
Friendswood is a really tight-knit community. They have one of the top-rated school districts in the Houston area, according to niche.com, and they have different pockets for different types of buyers. If you want to have a large home in the millions, well, they have that there. If you want to have a starter home in the 300s, it's available there to you as well.
And as far as, and I said it's down there, so it's in the south, right? Give us is it southeast?
Yeah, right. 45
of
south,
Houston?
Right, kind of in the middle between Houston and Galveston, right in the middle there.
And right now, real estate-wise, what's the market like right now? Is it an exciting market? Is it a little slow? What's up?
The market is really balanced right now in the Friendswood area. You're seeing a lot of hyper-local movement. So each separate community has its own identity on how fast it moves. So really focusing in on what's going on the next street over has been able to help buyers and sellers that I've worked with.
And when we think about what would draw someone to, say, Friendswood,
Right.
what are some of the key drivers that say, hey, man, I'm living in the center of Houston, or I might be in another state. What draws people to Friendswood?
I think it's a sense of community and how connected everyone is with each other. You still have the local mom and pop shops there, but you have access to huge, like the malls, the big shops. And like I said, the school district is really one of the big drivers for people to move in that area.
And you mentioned Clear Lake also. Let's tell people about Clear Lake.
Yeah, Clear Lake has a mixture of an older part and a newer part as well. And, a common theme, school district there. So Clear Creek School District is really one of the big drivers for people to desire that community, and also has that same position in the city where you're right in the middle, close enough to the city where you can commute there, and then also close enough to Galveston if you want to travel and visit the water as well.
And for those that are not familiar with Houston, I would say it's on the way to Galveston, kind of, right? Because you can get off, you can go down the main road, which is 45, that heads south outside of Houston, stop in on Clear Lake on the east, I guess, and there you go.
Yeah, and then one of the big things in the Clear Lake area is NASA, so the Johnson Space Center.
Kind of a big thing.
Yeah.
It's taken off, right?
It definitely, literally.
So, I was just talking to a friend of mine that lives, I think, Dickinson, but he'll take his family because it's summertime. They're going to take the kids to NASA, and I said, you all still go there as a tourist attraction, and apparently it's a fantastic and has been improved since I've gone there, 15, 20 years ago.
Right.
So it's a great tourist thing, but it's also a big part. It's the space program.
Right. And then you have, that drives a lot of the community as well. So, there's still a lot of jobs that are focused around NASA as well.
So, and then thinking of the tourist thing, as we think about that, you have Clear Lake, you have NASA.
Yeah.
Tell us about Moody Gardens. How far is that? That's pretty close to Clear Lake, isn't it?
Moody Gardens is a little bit south. It's actually on Galveston Island. That is a good attraction. But one of the closer attractions that's newer is called Great Wolf Lodge. I got it right. Great Wolf Lodge.
Right.
Yeah.
What is that? I heard about that.
Yeah, it's an indoor water park that is situated right there off of 45 South. And they also have places where you can stay. It's a hotel and indoor water park. And they're building that whole area up. Chicken and Pickle is right down the street as well.
What is that?
Chicken and Pickle
Restaurant?
It's yeah. Well, they serve chicken and food and pickleball. They have pickleball courts there. Yeah.
I was thinking you have pickles and chicken, but pickleball is a big thing right now. So they're covering that base as well.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm imagining, Rudy, that right now on 45, because it is summer and you all have these attractions down there, I would imagine maybe traffic's a little bit busier or what?
It can be once you get to a certain part of 45 South. They're actually expanding a lot of it. So, if you're looking at moving in the area, you are going to kind of go through it a little bit, maybe, with the traffic, but you'll be rewarded once it's done.
And here we go on the tourist theme. Once again, what about the Kemah Boardwalk? Where is Kemah related to all this?
Kemah is, if you go a little bit east of Clear Lake and NASA, Kemah Boardwalk is right in that area, so Kemah. And you have the boardwalk there with the attractions, with the different restaurants, and that's really a nice area for families.
There's so many things to do there.
Yeah, there is. There's also a bar scene that a lot of people don't know about. I'm not really the expert on that, but I've heard of it.
So a lot of great things, and I would think that's the thing I'm seeing all over Houston and possibly there is the restaurant world.
Restaurants.
It seems like every time I turn around, there's another new restaurant.
Yes.
And
definitely.
another one over here and over there.
Yes.
And the thing is, we have so many great restaurants. I mean, you got to have a good restaurant because the competition is really, really fierce.
You definitely do. And, that's one of the things I love about Houston is the diversity in the restaurants that we have. You can't always find that other places.
It certainly can't. It's one of the things I love most about Houston. As far as go back to Clear Lake just for a second. When I think about it, and I could be wrong, Clear Lake, I'm also thinking of condos by the bay and stuff like that. Is there such a thing there for those that want to see have a condo, a getaway place, and then look at the water?
Yeah, there's definitely the bay does run into a lot of the Clear Lake area, so there are condos available there. So if somebody wants something like a lock and leave type of lifestyle, they can definitely get that there.
So right now, as far as listings, give us an idea where some of your listings might be as far as the cities or areas.
Yeah, so Friendswood right now, Lago Mar as well, all the way down to Tiki Island.
What's Lago Mar? I
Lago
know I've heard
Mar,
of that
yes.
as well.
Lago Mar is actually in Texas City, and it's based on the community has the largest amenity there is the lagoon, and they also have like a golf cart path, biking trails, things like that. A lot of amenities in that community.
And right now you're saying the market's good, bad?
In Lago Mar, it is a little tough for sellers because they're competing. In Lago Mar, it's a little tough for sellers right now because they're competing with new construction.
And from a marketing standpoint, as a real estate professional, what are some of the things, other than being here today on the radio, what are some of the things that you do to get the word out when you're helping sellers especially and even buyers? How do buyers get to know about Rudy Ortega?
Yes. Well, I connect with by referrals, by community events, social media. I have been, in the past, I've been on a host on the American Dream TV and been featured on CNBC. But realistically, I've a lot of content is how people get to know me. And that content that's the most popular is mostly shot from my phone. And I started doing that because I was thinking about my friends and family, and I didn't want to be like really salesy, like, and buy this house, sell your house, that kind of thing. So I started integrating like entertainment. I started integrating humor into like my content, my videos and posts and things like that. And people really seem to enjoy that. It's like a breath of fresh air for them.
So you're out there marketing. And as far as the when you do an open house, are you a fan of the open house? If you're selling my house, at what point do we know if we're going to do an open house or not? How do you determine that?
That is a really good question. Open houses work better in some communities than others. It depends on the market. If you're on the side of more of a buyer's market, well, then open houses probably won't perform that great because there's so much inventory out there. If you're in a seller's market or on that side of things, then you're probably going to have a high traffic and it's going to be worth it to have those. Generally speaking, though, open houses don't normally generate buyers from that particular open house. But, I mean, they're good exposure. And really to get feedback is one of the most important things for an open house.
We're talking with Rudy Ortega with Real Broker LLC. And the reason I bring it the open house is I'm seeing a lot of that in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't live in Katy, but I'm not too far, and I drive through there a lot. So it seems like it might be the season of open houses. The other thing I see that I don't see a lot of is when it's not a for sale sign, but it's the sign that says coming soon. Have you seen those, Rudy? How effective is that? Like if I don't have my house ready to go on the MLS, but it's not quite ready, but the Real puts a sign out, coming soon. What do you think of that?
I think the coming soon, it depends on the market. If there's a high demand, if there's not a lot out there, if there's not a lot of houses that are for sale out there, people driving by, they may be looking for something that's coming soon and want to be the first one, to see it. But if it's
It's creating anticipation.
Right. But
Or
if
it's saying that, look, I don't have my house ready. I haven't cleaned it up yet, but I'm going to sell it in a week or 2 weeks, right?
Right. It depends. Each different market, whether that would work or not.
Sounds good. Rudy, let's tell people how they can reach you, Rudy Ortega.
Yes, my website, Rudy Ortega Real Estate, or follow me on Instagram at The Real Rudy Ortega. Phone number 832-400-4767. Phone number 832-400-4767.
Rudy, thanks for being with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
In today's litigious society, it is imperative to have the proper insurance to offset the many risks facing your business, especially if you're a real estate broker. Your errors and omissions and cyber liability insurance can help limit the threat of these risks if you know what to look for. Not sure if your insurance addresses the risks facing your business? Contact Stewart Insurance to be confident your brokerage can withstand these risks. Stewart Insurance, 866-798-2827. StewartInsurance.com. That's StewartInsurance.com or call 866-798-2827.
As we continue, let's talk a little bit about Stewart Insurance. If you're out there, home insurance, auto insurance, we've talked about water here on the show today, watercraft, the umbrella policy, all those great things, broker, E&O, cyber policy, Stewart Insurance is there for you. Stewart Insurance, it's StewartInsurance.com. All you have to do is go to StewartInsurance.com. You can see the full menu of what Stewart Insurance does. And if you're here listening in Houston and in our broadcast area, absolutely, we're here to help you at Stewart Insurance. But if you're in Idaho, California, or anywhere else, Stewart Insurance, you can reach out, StewartInsurance.com. Specializing in real estate, all the factors and all the categories of real estate. So at Pennsylvania, you can reach out to them. The phone number at Stewart Insurance is 866-798-2827. 866-798-2827. Stewart Insurance is right there for you, doing tremendous work. Go to StewartInsurance.com. And also at Stewart Title, we would be honored wherever you're at here in the Houston area. You might even be out of state. Stewart Title is an international company. We're traded on the New York Stock Exchange as STC. But right here in Houston, Texas, we have a robust presence with 15, 17 office business development people, escrow officers that are tremendous, that have been with the company many years at Stewart Title. So just simply go to Stewart.com. That's STEWART.com. You can check us out, Stewart Title. We would be honored to be stewards of your real estate transaction. And right now, representing our fantastic, magnificent Kirby Grove office, we have, as I mentioned, we have business development people. Right in the center of the Houston universe is our Kirby Grove office. Representing our office there is Juliana Bareford, and she is with us right now. Is that correct? Here you are, Juliana.
Yeah, here I am, Bill.
Right here.
I'm right here.
From the 15th floor to the radio station at iHeartMedia.
Yep, takes me about 10 minutes to get here.
Really,
all.
you could take the helicopter from the top of the building to this one, and we'd be all set. But in the meantime, let's tell people, Juliana, about your Stewart Title office that you're representing.
Yeah, we've got a fantastic team. We have a lot of longevity. Sanford Reel she's one of our escrow officers and vice president. She's been with the company for 20 plus years. Been in the industry for over 30, and she does commercial and residential. And then we have Lauren Reed, our branch manager, and she's been with the company over 15 years, and she also does commercial and residential. And then we just have a great staff of a great team to help support them with the funder and escrow assistance. So it's a great office with a lovely view, as you mentioned earlier.
I was going to say, and all that takes place at no extra charge.
No extra
just
charge.
A beautiful surrounding, and looking at the Houston skyline from the 15th floor of a beautiful building.
Yeah, and I like it on days like today when you can watch a storm coming in, starting over, like by the Astrodome or the Medical Center, and you see it roll in. It's kind of cool.
It really is. So we would encourage you to check out Stewart Title, Kirby Grove. It's right there. And the neighborhoods that surround in terms of real estate action and activity right now, Juliana, you're right there. You got River Oaks, you got
Upper
West
Kirby,
University, everything.
Yep, Westview. Heights, we're not too far from Heights, Montrose. Downtown.
So bring the transaction right over there, right?
Actually we can. I can go close the seller just about anywhere.
It's awesome. And one of the things that you do and our other business development people do on a regular basis, you're helping the real estate professionals stay educated with the proper credentials, with the CE credentials, continuing education. And your branch in particular, you have a lot of classes that go on because I see it on Facebook all the time.
We do. Right now, everybody's concerned, all the realtors are concerned about the new contract changes that go into effect July 1st. So I'm getting some of those classes scheduled. And then we touch a little bit on that on Legal 1 and Legal 2. So I would say Legal 1, Legal 2, and contracts are my three most popular classes. But I do have some great inspectors that come and teach and lenders. And we want them to have a good understanding of everything on all the different, parties that are involved in a real estate transaction.
That sounds awesome. Juliana, if someone's listening right now, they want to bring the transaction or learn more about your classes or anything else, how can they reach you?
You can email me at juliana.bearford@stewart.com, or you can call me at 346-561-8471. Again, that's 346-561-8471.
And Juliana, you love dogs, don't you? You're like me.
I love dogs.
That's
I
one of
have
the great
about
things.
13 at my house right now.
Whoa. 13?
Yeah, I
you're
just had-
exaggerating.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Oh, my
exaggerating.
gosh. 13.
My pet sitter just went to let everybody out. Sent me a video if you'd like to see it after the broadcast.
There you are. If you have a dog question, Juliana is the way to go right there. And, of course, your real estate transaction. Juliana, the phone number again is?
346-561-8471.
Good to see you again.
Thanks, Bill.
And now they're back. Phyllis Peak and Justin Monroe. Welcome back, guys. Phyllis, let's tell people and remind them you are with Berkshire Hathaway and Justin is with Nova Nexus. And one more time, the development that we want to focus on, or we were focusing on today is
Ojimon Trails.
Ojimon Trails.
Spring Branch location, Spring Branch Independent School District schools. Each school, elementary, middle school, high school, are all rated A, excellent. For this project. So wanted to make sure that people knew that. And also the tax rate is at about 2.3%.
So that's not bad, right, relative to the...
Oh, that's incredibly good.
So to have that tax rate close to the city and to where, quote, a lot of the action is restaurant-wise, employment-wise, that's a super deal.
It is. No mud taxes and low tax rate. So, that's a big driver.
That sounds awesome. What else should people know, Justin?
I think the biggest thing for people to know is that we are willing to talk and negotiate in, especially on the houses where the selections have not been made yet. So we're willing to work with buyers on what do they want in the house and what would they like to see.
So a little bit of customization can happen with the right property within the 12 homes.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah,
Again,
the first three are set, but the remaining 9, there's a lot of customization.
The first 3 are there for those that want to move in soon, right?
That's correct, yes.
They might be listening right now.
Hopefully they are.
Awesome. Phyllis, let's tell people how they can reach you should they want to purchase one of the homes or learn more.
Well, we're going to have a big sign put up in the next week or so. It's going to have a QR code on it. You just hit that QR code, and it's going to take you to a landing page and tell you more. It'll have floor plans on there. But if you want to call me, my phone number will also be on that sign, 713-504-8155. PhyllisPeak111@gmail.com, 713-504-8155.
I can't wait to drop by. I might be dropping by for that event.
I'd love to give you a tour of each of these 3 homes that will about to be finished.
There you go. Ojimon Trails.
Ojimon Trails.
Sounds great, guys. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
Well, she's back. Sherry Hensley with HomeSmart. Well, Sherry, as we close the show, what else do you want people to know?
I have the #1 YouTube channel in Galveston County with over 750
Wait a
uploads.
minute. The #1?
The number
Because there's a
one.
lot of YouTube channels. I mean, I don't know about how many.
On real estate in Galveston County, I'm the #1 real estate.
Well, that doesn't happen easily. How did you do that?
It's been about 4 years of hard work, and it was a big learning curve.
And seriously, let's say a struggling YouTuber like me is it's been doing it even longer. But again, I'm just struggling. What would you say would be a good tip to think about? How do you get number one? Is it by having the amount of views, or that they're staying on the channel? Give us an idea.
I think it's all of that. I think we found out about a year ago, instead of just giving strict information, to make it funny and informative. So I've added some, I call them second camera zingers, that my clients really seem to like. And it's so funny when I meet someone for the first time and they've seen my videos. My people from Marathon, the wife jumped out of the car and she's waving her hands like a mad woman. She said, "Oh my God, I've never met a celebrity before." And I looked around like, where's the celebrity?
They were talking about you.
But they feel like they trust and know me by watching those videos.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to write that down. The second camera zinger.
Yes.
You're calling it. All right.
Check it out. Sherry loves Galveston Bay. SHARI loves Galveston Bay.
I am going to do that, Sherry. Also, let's tell people how they can reach out to you, Sherry Hensley.
Yes. You can reach me by cell or text at 832-385-5101. You can email me at Sherry, SHARI, at GulfCoastDreamHomes.net, or reach out to me on my YouTube channel at Sherry, SHARI, loves Galveston Bay.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at the YouTube channel, and the phone number again is
832-385-5101.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much, Bill.
He's back. Rudy Ortega. The company is Real Broker LLC. Rudy, welcome back, and we're closing things down right now. What else do you want people to know about what you're doing?
What I want people to know is my superpower, which is I have 2 decades of experience with customer service, escalations, negotiation, and helping people. So I use that past experience to help buyers and sellers in today's market, and I really care about the people that I work with.
A superpower. So that sounds awesome. So people can expect that extra effort. It sounds like what you're saying.
Extra effort, and I'll pull out all the stops, all the experiences that I have, that my team has. They're at my client's disposal, and it has helped my clients be more successful in today's market, definitely.
That sounds good. Rudy, let's tell people how they can reach you. Rudy Ortega.
Yes, they can reach me at my website, Rudy Ortega Real Estate, Instagram, The Real Rudy Ortega, phone number 832-400-4767. That's 832-400-4767.
Sounds good. Rudy, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Bill.
And thank you all for listening to Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. I am your host, Bill Knapik. Together with all of us at Stewart Title and Stewart Insurance, we appreciate you listening to the show. As I said earlier, at Stewart Title, we would be honored to be stewards of your real estate transaction wherever you are. Certainly right here in Houston, Texas. We're there to help you. Simply go to stewart.com, find the closest office, or if you're outside of the state of Texas, same thing. Simply go to stewart.com. We will see you next week, and you can go to stewart.com/radio to see this show again and again, or access the show archives. You can even, if you see this show, you could see the shirt that's Rudy is wearing that has roosters on it. It's a sight to see. Check it out. Or simply go to Radio Bill, the YouTube channel. That's Radio Bill. We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening.
If you're a real estate professional, then listen closely. Cyber criminals are targeting our industry. They are impersonating real estate professionals, homebuyers, sellers, and title agents. Does your business insurance offset these risks? Not sure? Contact Stewart Insurance to determine if your business is properly insured. Visit stewartinsurance.com or call 866-798-2827. Visit stewartinsurance.com or call 866-798-2827.